welcome to Yo-Yo Talk. This is our 2023 Yo-Yo National Championships recap episode. If you are not aware, Nationals was this weekend in Mesa, Arizona, and I feel very sorry for you if you're not aware. This was the second year they've held it at the Delta Hotel, and I must say the folks at the Delta Hotel were very accommodating, considering there were hundreds of people all over the hotel throwing yo-yos. When you walked into the hotel, you'd see kids 10 and under through legendary Hall of Famers, 80 plus years old, all standing around throwing yo-yos, and no complaints that I know of from the staff, and no clearing out the lobby. It was just really great, and it was neat having that feeling of being part of something bigger than yourself. Folks just stood around the lobby throwing and trading tricks and ideas and helping everybody out. It was really wonderful, and I think one of the main takeaways from the national championships, or maybe I should say the buzz from the national championships, is how the yo-yo world has recently changed because of TikTok. It used to be when you were in front of a crowd of folks and demonstrating yo-yos, if you'd ask anybody what trick they would like, you knew what it was going to be. It was always going to be they would ask you to walk the dog. You can almost guarantee it. The great thing about walk the dog is anybody that throws knows how to do it exceptionally well without even thinking about it. And it's also a very easy trick to do and a very easy trick to teach people and to show them how to do it. So for the last 9 decades, I would say walk the dog has been the #1 requested trick. And that has now changed. Thank you very much, TikTok. The new trick, which is supplanting walk the dog, is DNA. And there are a bunch of videos out there. I don't know who got the DNA craze going. I know Gentry Stein has a ton of those videos out there showing different ways of throwing DNA and doing on 2 fingers and 3 fingers and 4 fingers, etc. But even the guys that are in the National Yo-Yo Hall of Fame say, yes, they're getting that trick request all the time, and so you can kind of relate to the TikTok and YouTube on doing DNA. The only problem is DNA requires actually a lot of skill to do, and it's not like the walk the dog, and even some of our Hall of Famers have yet to learn the trick, and I must confess that I am still working on it myself. So thank you very much, TikTok, for creating an issue in the yo-yo world. But some of the folks like Dazzling Dave were amazing. They would just hit it every time. So be prepared. If you're out throwing, they're probably not going to ask you to walk the dog. They're going to ask you to throw DNA, and good luck to that. Now, if you've ever been to recent nationals, you know that there's a lot of stuff going on besides just the big 5 divisions. That would be the 1A through the 5A. Those are our official national championships. But just to give you an idea of other things that were going on, they had a battle top championships. There were different sports ladders. There was an international championship, over 40 championship. I hosted a giant trivia contest. There was an informal pink slip duel going on. So the message is there's a lot to do for everybody, even if you're not vying for that top spot in one of the main 5 divisions. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some of that sideshow stuff tonight as well. But I also want to give you a recap of who our winners were at the national championships this year. But before I go any further, I want you to let you know that we are having our trivia contest again tonight. I might add the trivia contest that happened at U.S. Nationals had over 150 people participating, a smidgen more than what we have at the end of this show. I guess they offer better prizes at Nationals. But it was great seeing that many people participating, and I want to show you a little clip of that contest before we show you what you're playing for tonight in our trivia contest.
All right, so here's what we're playing for. First of all, winner gets this nice 2023 National Contest mug that says you're the Trivia Contest Champion. It has a Doc Lucky yo-yo in it. It also will get you a $100 gift certificate at yoyoexpert.com. And the winner will also receive this which is a Pedro Flores print. This is his calligraphy on it. There's only 20 of these ever made, so something really special to have. So if you can win this contest, you walk away with that. Yo-yos have been made from all of these materials except for which one? Gold, silver, depleted uranium, ivory, maplewood. That is a repeat question, folks. Too many people missed it last year. I'm giving you another chance. Please do not disappoint me. All right, the answer is depleted uranium. All right, it sounds like a lot more people got it this year. Okay, let's see the point scores there. What does Doc Lucky call a person that collects old yo-yos? A thrower, a bandalorist, Rita, a mud dauber, or a simpleton? Which of those things does Doc Lucky, me, call somebody that is a yo-yo collector and an interest in the history of the yo-yo? And think about stamp collectors and coin collectors on this, and you will realize the answer is a bandalorist. And we will see who is our winner. Oh, Jake, I'm sorry, Dazzling Dave, third place. They gave it to the ambassador. All right, guys, come on up. Come on up, get your stuff. Get your goodies here. All right, so we got for Dazzling Dave. Hold up that. Oh no, wait, this is Jake. Yeah, okay, hold up that poster. Show him that Pedro Flores. That is pretty sweet. Okay, first loser. What was it? Okay, you're the first loser, second loser, and then you also get the gift certificates. You talk to Andre about that. $100, $50, $25. Thanks everybody for playing. It was a lot of fun. Oh, let's get together here. Let's get together.
Okay, back on. So anyway, that's what happened in our trivia contest at Nationals. And the Bandalorist thing that's the word I want to get into the dictionary for describing somebody who collects yo-yos or is interested in the history of yo-yos, similar to philatist, or however you pronounce for the stamps, and what is the word for coins, numismatist, something like that. Anyway, we need a word for us. So anyway, what happened there is water under the bridge. We need to focus on the now, here and now, and this is what you're going to be playing for tonight in our trivia contest at the end of the show. Let's show them what our prize is tonight, Sean.
All righty, we have a fantastic award for tonight's trivia contest winner. It is a Oliver Comet yo-yo. This yo-yo was released in 1998 by Spintastics. It is a signature model for Dale Oliver, who is in the Yo-Yo Hall of Fame and is also a former world champion. It is a light-up yo-yo and a glow yo-yo together. I think it may have been the first one that kind of put those combinations together. But it's a bearing yo-yo, and it is a great looping yo-yo as well. You can buy these online still for about $65, but this one is signed. Yes, it is signed by the man himself, which makes this yo-yo priceless and a perfect award for our trivia contest winner for tonight. So there you have it. It is a Oliver Comet yo-yo signed by the man himself.
All righty, so let's just go from right there to jumping into a little review of who won at Nationals this weekend. Let's show that video.
Outside air temperature was measuring 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Fortunately, the air conditioners were on in the main hallway because the competition was sizzling, and it would have brought the indoor air temperature up to 140 inside. So thank God for air conditioning. I want to add that Yo-Yo Talk was one of the main sponsors for this year's Nationals. Competitions are important because this is what got the very first yo-yo craze started in 1928, run by the original Pedro Flores himself. and competitions continue to make yo-yos relevant to this day. So a lot of stuff happened at the U.S. Nationals besides the competition, and I'll get to that in a second. But first, let's honor the various winners of the different divisions. The crown jewel of the national championship is largely considered by most to be the 1A division. And this year we had a repeat national champion with Evan Nagao taking the top spot, edging out the amazing Hunter Feuerstein, who came in a close second. You knew it was going to be a battle to the very end because Hunter had won several of the regional titles leading up to nationals, but Evan hung on to the top spot. Not only did Evan dominate 1A, he also entered 2A this year and became the 2A national champion, outscoring former national champion Connor Skolton. Congratulations to Evan for being a double national champion for 2023. We wish him well for upcoming Worlds. Hopefully he'll be showing up there. In the Division 3A division, Alex Hadatori repeated as national champion, which was a surprise for no one because I believe this is his 9th U.S. national champion title for this event. He is definitely the Michael Phelps of the 3A division, which I like to call the duplex division. And speaking of repeat champions, the 4A champion was again Ryan Conley, who I believe scored his 4th national title in this event. Jared Marcus took home the 5A counterweight division for his 2nd national title. It seems to be very hard to break into that number 1 position in the 5 main categories of yo-yoing, as the best just don't want to give up their spots. The international division was won by Brandon Vu of Australia, his first time of winning the Nationals International division. And we know we have a bunch of oldsters watching Yo-Yo Talk. And for you, there is an over 40 division. And the top honors this year went to Jonathan Brazel. But wait, there is more. The winner of the women's division this year was Katie Thompson. And the winner of the Sports Freestyle was Aiden Siatz. I think I pronounced that right, but maybe not. In the age group Sport Freestyle division, we had Jarek Dalina, won the 9 and under title. Anthony Vercaro won the 10 to 12 age group. Patrick Erickson took the 13 to 17 age group, and Ashton Schnick was the 18 and over, the open competition. He's 20. He won that title.
You may be wondering why I'm not wearing the Nationals shirt. Well, somehow I didn't end up getting one when I was there. Little oversight on my problem. So I did the next best thing. I'm wearing the Edge, which is Evan Nagao's signature yo-yo, and we'll honor Evan for being a double national champion this year. And as I mentioned, there was a lot more going on besides just the main competitions. I like to refer to it as the sideshows of the Nationals. It makes it very enjoyable for everybody that attends, even if you aren't there to compete for those top slots. Sometimes it's just fun to watch, and sometimes it's fun to jump right in. And let me show you a little bit of what's going on besides the main competition. Okay, new style play right here, tail play. Oh yeah, check that out. Go. Check out the shorts, folks, right there. All right, there's Kirby. Now I'm going to show you something.
We just finished up the Not For Kids Big Slips. It is a player versus player, 3-trick match to hit your best banger trick, your most impressive crowd pleaser, to all your peers and all the pros around you. So something we did way back in my first World Yo-Yo Contest in 2013, I had a blast. We stayed up late. I lost all my yo-yos and I won them back the next day. And it was the thrill of not knowing if I'd get something, or maybe I'd win. Maybe I would just hit a cool trick and impress everybody around me. Win, lose, or draw. So this was just my chance to bring it back to the community, show everybody at Nationals what it's like to risk it all. So that's how we do it over here.
Great. Hey.
Throw! We got a 0 for Leo. Everybody else made it in. This is amazing that this many people are making it in. 3, 2, 1, throw! All right, who's out? Got it. So Sergio's 0.
Don't you dare, boy.
2 points for John Wall. 3 points for Dave Adams.
Oh, that's a tie there.
Damn! 4 points for Bozo and 5 points for Gates.
Yeah. That's good.
I don't want to miss anybody here. There you go, my friend. Very cool memento of tonight. Let's see, Dale. Here's yours. All right, very good. Okay, these folks are legends in the yo-yo community. None of us would be here without these guys and their amazing work they've done. Decades of work. And it started here in Chico in 1993. This man here worked hard, got it going. Amazing job. I want hold that shirt up there. Hold that shirt up. Let's get some photos of that, folks. Hold that up. That's 30 years, folks. 30 years of Nationals. These guys started it all. We were all there. We can say we were there when it happened. All right.
Now I want to clarify on that top throwing. I wish I could have shown more because that was actually a lot of fun. They had 3 different things you went through. One was this who spins it the longest. There was an accuracy throw, and there was a throw to knock somebody else, they call the chump, out of the ring. Now one of the things that scored the highest points was if you landed your top on the top of another top, which I thought was impossible to do. And then right after the contest was over, John Bozung threw it. You saw him laying down next to it. That actually happened. I unfortunately did not catch it on film, but it actually happened. So that was pretty impressive. Of course, one of my favorite activities at Nationals is trading and acquiring new yo-yos. And this year we seem to have had more collectors and more interest in folks trading. So that was wonderful. I came home with about 50 yo-yos to add to my collection. Some of these yo-yos I bought, some of them were traded for. So anyway, that was a lot of fun, and I think Nationals, everybody should be aware now that they should bring yo-yos to trade. I think a lot more people are starting to do that, and so it's going to be a lot more fun. But let me show you a little clip of some of the stuff I got at Nationals just to kind of, tantalize you, hopefully to bring traders your next contest you come to.
We saw those in like those plastic.
Oh, Hall of Fame legend John Bates signing his card right there. All right, cool. This card is for sale right now for $500.
So I thought this little storage case was very cool. Had never seen one like this before. These modules were all made using a 3D printer.
And you can keep adding to those, I guess?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Totally modular. So you can add as many as you want.
Cool, that's neat.
Yeah.
Never seen that before. That's a great idea.
Thank
One
you.
of a kind right now, right?
Right? Yeah. As of right now.
So sometimes I find yo-yos that I can't trade for, but I want to let everybody know I want to trade for this one if you have an extra one lying around.
And there was a 50 run of the first run of it, and that's the only one with the Higbee art, right?
Right.
And who, I'm sorry, who made the design, the yo-yo?
Dave Adams of
Dave
Denver,
Adams.
Colorado.
Dave Adams,
it
Denver,
was
Colorado.
made just for the Yo-Yo Club. So it was a
nice.
Yo-Yo Club yo-yo.
Okay,
and
cool.
it has a really perfect little finger spin area so you can DNA on this.
Thank you.
This is a cool idea that John Gates and John Higbee came up with. They're string packs of different colors, and as you go higher and higher levels, you get different string packs. I thought this was very cool. And if anybody has some for trade, I'd love to trade for those.
There you go. Nice.
I fell in love with this yo-yo. Of course, I couldn't find any for sale when I went online. There was one in Japan for sale. That was the only one I could find. Everywhere they're sold out. Very cool. Very cool.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Now, these are some of the yo-yos I traded for or bought or picked up. Just did a smattering of some of the more interesting ones. I got others. This is an Inkblot yo-yo from the early 30s. We called it that because originally the only one we had seen was black and white, and it kind of looked like an ink blot. This is a Shrieker yo-yo that was much later, but very hard to find. Now, this is an interesting one. This is a glass yo-yo. A fellow there was actually blowing glass yo-yos. This he used as a string pack yo-yo. He stuffed the inside with string, and actually they do play. Some of them played pretty well. This is a dark magic yo-yo. That is a Andre Boulay signature yo-yo, and you can see it is signed, so that's kind of cool. This is a Duncan Pinwheel yo-yo from the early 30s. Those are a little harder to find, the black and white versions, than the colored versions. Here's some Duncan recent releases. This, of course, is the Duncan 2023 National Contest Award. There's a couple different ones. There's one there. That's a Hornet that has it. That's a manta ray that we just went by there from Dazzling Dave, which is signed. You notice I get folks to sign these. Here are several prototype yo-yos, the Freehand 2, the Freehand Mini prototype. I like those when they're signed and labeled like that. I traded them to Brian Jardin of Duncan. This is a nice Don Duncan Jr. signed yo-yo. Pick that one up as well. Here's a couple of different award yo-yos back when they were doing those Pro Spinner Awards for Yomega. I think I traded Dave Schulte for them. That is the return of the yo-yo. There were several different malls. There's a series of those which you can collect. This was the very first one, the Hilltop Mall. This next one is a John Gates yo-yo. It's a gamer yo-yo, of course, fixed axle. I love the way he did the end of that axle and those laminates like that. And then, of course, finally a Cheatcode ultimate finger spin yo-yo. I've got to learn DNA.
I see Sean Perez just signed in. I saw him in the background in one of those clips earlier, so you'll have to go back and re-look at it, Sean, to see you're there at the trading table. Anyway, earlier this month I did visit France, and you may have heard of France. Of course, I was interested in going there because I wanted to do the Eiffel Tower string trick in front of the Eiffel Tower. I kept doing it in front of cell phone towers, but finally
I know you're
found
impressed,
the right one.
but I
And
also
a
did
little
the
clip of that
Texas
and then we go
Star
to
in front of Van Gogh's A Starry Night. That was shortly before I was thrown out of the museum. And then, of course, I picked up several yo-yos when I was there. These are all French yo-yos from the 1950s. I call these dime yo-yos. These are all unlabeled, but you've seen these on eBay before. These are yo-yos that were sold in carnivals and in stores, kind of five and dime stores in the 50s. There's a variety of different ones. Most of them did not have logos, but they are kind of identifiable by the certain characteristics of the yo-yo. And like I said, you've seen some of these before. They sell anywhere from the $30 to $50 range when they're on eBay plus postage. So if you have any interest in yo-yos like that, I have duplicates because I always buy more than one. So love to have some trading going on, some early French 50s yo-yos.
Okay, so heads up, there is a yo-yo comic book coming out. It should be available for purchase on July 20th at Timeless Perspective Art. It's illustrated by Robert Armin and written by him and Stephen Chase. This is going to be a limited run of about 100 copies, and I will talk about it more on our next episode once it's officially out there. My understanding is there's going to be maybe a yo-yo release associated with the comic book and some kind of ghost-shaped counterweight as well. But more next month on this comic book, so we'll see what that's all about. A couple more items before we get to our trivia contest. My son, John the 7th, just got back from his honeymoon in Italy, and he brought me back this yo-yo. Now, the Pinocchio yo-yos you've probably seen like this, but I want to make sure you know this one comes from the Mastro Gestapo store that only sells Pinocchio items. So this is the one to get if you're going to get a Pinocchio yo-yo. You can only get it at that store, and it will have this seal on the back. So that was pretty cool, and I was very happy to see my son thinking of me while he was on his honeymoon. So here's an item on eBay. It's listed as a woman with a yo-yo. Show that clip here. Clearly, it's a woman winding a ball of yarn. Her boyfriend is helping her. We can assume it's not a husband because there's no way a husband would stand there and help like that. But you see these kind of illustrations on eBay all the time, and they put, well, this is blah, 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 blah with a yo-yo. And most of the time they're wrong. It's not a yo-yo, it's something else. So be careful. Don't just buy an illustration or some piece of artwork or even a photograph sometimes because they say it's a person with a yo-yo and it's old and all that, because a lot of times we've found out it's not. And I'll go back to that Greek vase where they said it was a yo-yo, and we're just wrong. It's a Erybalos. So anyway, finally, I wanted to let you know that the Filipino Nationals will be happening later this year. Sean Perez, who's watching right now, is one of the directors of that contest. And here's their ad for the show. Contest. The new yo-yos 720. Oh yeah, the loop, the YoYoFactory 720s. Yes, I picked up a couple of them. I have not played with them yet, but I did pick up a couple at Nationals, so it'll be fun to give those a try. So maybe it'll get my two-handed tricks working a little bit better, because you know it's not the person operating the yo-yo, it's the yo-yo that's important. Anyway, Yo-Yo Talk is a very proud sponsor of the Filipino 2023 National Championships. So, okay, it's that time for our trivia contest. Sean has already posted the sign-up, I think. Have you posted the sign-up, Sean?
I just posted it.
Okay, Sean has just posted the sign-up, so please sign up. You can win that Dale Oliver Comet yo-yo. That's that light-up glow yo-yo. It is signed by Hall of Famer Dale Oliver himself, a Grand Master, World Champion. Great yo-yo to have in your collection. Even unsigned, that yo-yo is going to set you back $65 if you buy it on eBay. So this is your opportunity to win it. And with it being signed, it makes it priceless. So now, I don't expect 150 contestants like we had at Nationals, but 15 would be nice. So anyway, we're at 5 now. I'll go, if we can get to 7 to 10, I'll be happy. That would be very nice. If we could, do I need to sign in here, Sean? Or am I already signed? I'm already signed in.
It says you should be waiting for me to start it.
Okay, well, I don't see anything on my phone.
You gotta open your phone.
Okay, let me open it up. Okay, it just says we'll be starting shortly, so that's good. So we've only, man, I tell you, you've got a really good chance of winning that Oliver Comet. If it's a 1 out of 5 chance, you can just randomly guess and maybe beat the 4 other people. Hopefully we get a few more people signed. Now we're at 6, 7. Okay, let's see if we can get to 10. Let's see if we can get to double digits. I'm feeling pretty bad here. I've gone from 150 people doing the trivia contest down to 7. That shakes the soul, folks. That shakes the soul. You can just see my ego just right before your eyes. So now we're at 8. Come on, 2 more folks, Pope. It doesn't hurt. Nobody's going to care if you don't get the questions right. It's fun to just take part in it. Let's get up to double digits at least. Let's get to double digits. 2 more. Come on. Let's get 2 more people signed up, and then we'll roll with this trivia contest. Tell me we've got 9 now, Sean. Tell me we've got 9. I feel like I'm auctioneer. Give me 9. Give me 9. Come on. No, give me 8. 8.5. 8.5. 10. All right. Okay. I'm going to give you 1 more minute, and that's it. We're going to close it down. Maybe we can get to 12. That would be great. That would be great if we get to 12. Is the Nickinator one of the contestants? If the Nickinator is not, that means it's anybody's chance. If a Nickinator is one of the contestants, then you've got about a 3% chance of winning if your name is not the Nickinator. Oh, we're at 11. Okay, we got 30 more seconds. Sign on in, folks. Let's get it to a dozen. 1 dozen would be nice. That would be cool. That would still not be 1/10 of the amount.
There's
12. Okay, let's go for a dirty dozen. Dirty dozen is 13, folks. 13 is a dirty dozen, and the name of a Baker's Dozen. Thank you. Sorry. Dirty Dozen is a great movie made in the I think 60s, starring Telly Savalas and some other. Who else was in that? That was pretty. McHale's. Who was McHale of McHale's Navy? I'm blocking on his name. Anyway, he was in it. There were some other famous folks in it too. I think Charles Bronson was in it. Telly Savalas. Can't remember the others. Cool movie. Okay, I think we're there. We're just going to be stuck with just a dirty dozen. Okay, not a Baker's dozen. All right, well, let's get started with the trivia contest. Go on, Sean, and let's see what that first question is. Continue as. Okay, game will begin in 6 seconds. Here we go. Which of these yo-yoing legends is not in the National Yo-Yo Hall of Fame? Andre Boulay, John Gates, Dazzling Dave Schulte, Dr. Popular, or Tommy Smothers? Which is not in the Hall of Fame, the National Yo-Yo Hall of Fame? One of these famous yo-yoing people is not in the Hall of Fame. And the answer is Tommy Smothers. Perhaps one of the best known entertainers with a yo-yo, but yet not in the National Yo-Yo Hall of Fame. Not sure why, but maybe one day he will be. All right, let's see how we're doing score-wise. Let's see if anybody got that question right. And remember, the faster, oh my God, look at that. Only 2 of them got it right. The rest are all at 0. That's surprising. And remember, folks, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So that's why there is a point differential between Ricky and Francis.
We have a dirty dozen now.
Oh, we do? Okay, hey, you still got a chance because, look, we've only got 2 people on the scoreboard. Okay, let's go to question number 2. Question number 2. What anniversary of the modern National Yo-Yo Championships was this year? Is it the 10th, the 17th, the 25th, the 30th, or the 32nd anniversary. This started years ago in Chico, California, but how many years ago was it? And if you would have been at the National Yo-Yo Championships, it was mentioned several times, so you have a little advantage there over the people that weren't there. And the correct answer is, this is the 30th anniversary. This started in 1993, and I was there to see the original one. All right, let's see how everybody did. We should have a lot of point score. Oh, a lot of people on the board now. A lot of people. Oh, and it's tight, folks. This is anybody's game right now.
Just to remind people, some people in the comments there trying to guess, let them know they got to join into the link there.
Oh, you can't put it in the comment section. That won't work. You have to put it in, you have to sign into the link to be part of the game.
I'm going to post
So
the link again.
he's going to post the link again. You still, with the last 3 questions, you could still win this. Ricky has got, I assume that's Rick Rentz, but Rick has got a little bit of a lead, but that's just because he answered 2 questions correctly. Everybody else is still certainly in the ballpark and could certainly win. So, yeah, we've got 14 people now in the thing. So, okay, are we ready for the 3rd question here, Sean? Yep. Okay, let's roll it. 3rd question. 17 players. All right, cool. All right, let's go with the 3rd question. Yo-yos have been made from all of these materials except for one: glass, coffee beans, depleted uranium, titanium, and magnesium. One of those yo-yos have not been made out of. What one is it? And I'll tell you, this is a repeat question. Not on this show, but I used this question in Nationals the first time I did the trivia contest. This year, I did it again because so many people got it wrong, and I thought it was be very obvious. That was supposed to be one of the easy questions. And the answer is depleted uranium. There has not been a yo-yo made out of depleted uranium yet. Yes, thank you, Sean, not yet. So let's see how our scoreboard is, see if it changed. Oh, the Simcoe takes the lead here. Nathan Smith is now in 2nd place, and Rick Rentz is in 3rd, and Rob C. is in 4th. So, well, we got several people still. Oh, man, it's still anybody's game. Even those people, I see Yo-Yo Mom is down there, number 8th position. And I want to say, and I shouldn't trash talk her any because I saw her throw DNA on stage for 15 seconds of fame. So, you know, you are worthy. All right, so let's go to our 4th question. But it looks like it's going to come down to the final 2 questions for everybody. Here we go. Who is the first woman to be inducted into the National Yo-Yo Hall of Fame? Is it Linda Singpil, Valerie Oliver, Jennifer Baybrook, Connie Scarlett Mineroff, or Tessa Pixillo? Which one was the first? Some of these other ones are in the Hall of Fame, but only one was the first female to be inducted into the National Yo-Yo Hall of Fame. And the answer is Linda Singpil. I had a chance to speak with her on a couple of different occasions. Wonderful woman. Died way too soon. Valerie Oliver, of course, is in the Hall of Fame, and so is Jennifer Baybrook. And Connie Mitroff is probably actually at some point in time due to get in. She was an amazing player back in the 50s when girls weren't playing the yo-yo. So anywho, let's see how we did. The Simcoe is still, but is just really tight between Simcoe and Rick Rentz. John K. still in position. Nathan Smith could still do it. So could Rob C. and John B. And Michelle is still in it too. The other people, you're going to have to answer real quick. I want to say I'm impressed with number 10, Jay Madigan. Is scoring 72 points, and Jay knows nothing about yo-yos other than the fact that he watches Yo-Yo Talk occasionally. So he knows a lot about water, but very little about yo-yos. So the fact that you're in 10th position is pretty cool. All right, let's go. This is going to be the question. This is going to be the question that decides who wins that Oliver Comet yo-yo, which is signed by the Grand Master and National Hall of Famer Dale Oliver. And the question is, who has won 4 U.S. national titles in the 4A division? Is it Evan Nagao, Hunter Fierstein, Dennis Shatter, Alex Hadatori, or Ryan Connolly? That is 4A division. That's the off-string division. And actually, if you were watching the show earlier today, you probably should have that answer. So you have an advantage if you were taking notes and paying attention. Okay, let's see who our winner is. Oh, well, first let's give the answer. It's Ryan Conley. So if you answered that and you answered quickly, you could have gone up very high in the rankings. Let's see how it played out, though. And our winner is, third place is Rob C. with 232 points. Ricky, I assume that's Rick Rentz, is 262 in second. And the Simcoe is in first place. Very good, Tim Simcoe, which we have named our Simcoe after, which we used to do on our original trivia contest because we had such a delay. We always had to wait, and we were never sure who actually won until we could see the time code. But we don't have to use that anymore, so he's lost his name, but he has won the trivia contest. So we will be sending Mr. Simcoe a nice Oliver Comet yo-yo. So that's very cool. Congratulations, Tim, on another great win. Thanks for everybody for playing. You all did super. So anyway, that's about it for this episode of Yo-Yo Talk. Our next episode will be August the 3rd. That's 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'd like to remind everybody, you can never have too many yo-yos. This is Doc Lucky signing off until August 3rd. Keep throwing.